He acts like a gay guy to get close to this girl on the cruise ship.
Oh, I've done that before, but I've never watched that movie.
Oh, okay, well.
So the director of the Jurassic World movies, like all three of them,
James Cameron?
Nah.
Colin Trevorrow.
Oh, Trevorrow.
He thinks that the movies should have probably stopped after the original Steven Spielberg film.
So he shouldn't have made any film.
You know why? Because
Really?
the movies
Why?
are the same.
I mean, that's a...
The first new one from the Chris Pratt version, I liked it, but I was like, oh, these are the same beats as the first Jurassic.
You liked it?
You liked this most recent one?
You know what? I was watching on Peacock,
Yeah.
so I was like, for a free movie, this is fine.
Oh, it's free, huh?
You mean Dominion, the third one?
Yeah. But the first Jurassic Park, I saw in theaters, and I was like, look, I think you go see those movies in theater just because you look at all the cool dinosaurs, and that's it. That's all.
But
they
it's
feel.
the same
I
beats,
went-
though, for real?
I feel like
that's
the
boring.
fucking raptor scene in the kitchen. I was like, dude, I've seen this before.
I saw the first one, and I liked it because I had a head injury.
Exactly.
That's how I operate daily anyway.
Okay.
So that's,
What a review.
Yeah.
What a review.
What didn't you like about the first one?
All of it. I fucking thought that movie was garbage.
You didn't like how he was talking to the raptors, and he's like, "Come here, girl. Come here."
You know what's funny about that movie? I saw that movie. You guys know Taron Sutherland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that movie with Taron. It was me and Nikki and Taron, and like we saw that movie, and we all walked out of that fucking movie. We thought it was dope.
That's why you didn't give it a chance, dude.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, you guys.
So you didn't even see the T-Rex fight at the end?
I walked out 2 minutes before the end.
Remind me what was the critic response to this one?
It was probably terrible.
It's a cash grab. You watch them and you're like, "Oh, these are just scams."
To be fair,
Please.
I didn't walk in expecting another Spielberg innovative thing.
That's true.
I was just like, I like dinosaurs and I like good fucking graphics.
I like the CGI in it.
So I think the first one gave me enough of that.
And it checked those two boxes?
Enough. I was entertained, even though it's a bad movie. I was able to be entertained.
Okay.
The second and third movie, the second movie is terrible. Third movie I couldn't finish, even though it was free on HBO.
Yeah.
And I
Damn.
like dinosaurs.
Is that bad?
Is that bad?
I didn't finish Dominion either. I saw the first like 20 minutes and I was like, "Ah, it's cool." And that was it.
I don't think you could follow Steven Spielberg, though.
Yeah, you can't.
They should just leave it to rest. Just leave it.
Yeah.
And that shit was like innovative during that time. Plus, they were using like animatronics and shit. That's always gonna be way sicker than fucking CGI
Way
dinosaurs.
sicker, bro.
Do they got John Williams on the soundtrack?
They didn't.
They just kept using the same.
Yeah, they were using similar tones.
That magic, the Steven Spielberg, John Williams team, you can't beat that.
That's the only thing that let the first thing be tight, actually.
Yeah, is when you see the whole world and the music.
They like stumble across the old Jurassic Park, and then once they see like the banner and stuff like that, the little fucking tune,
The Jeep.
Yeah, so that was cool, and I think that's why it was likable. But in the most recent one, when they bring in the old cast and stuff, it's so cheesy.
That's nostalgia, right? Nostalgia is how they get you now. They get you with that nostalgia. They get you hard. They get you nice and hard, and then you're ready to fuck. And then you find out that nobody's coming to fuck you or blow you or anything. Like it's all like, oh,
That's a movie review.
it's just a scam. It's all a scam. They got me all the way full hard, and then like there's nothing gonna cool.
Like the
that's gonna
Fast and
happen.
Furious franchise.
Oh, don't talk shit on that though. You better be careful.
Oh, you're telling
Hey,
me
look at
you
how I'm
liked the
dressed.
last
Take it
one?
easy.
Come on.
I love the franchise. I hated the last.
The last
The last one was terrible.
so
Is
bad.
that the one where The Rock breaks out of his cast?
No, The Rock wasn't in the last
They go
one.
to space.
No, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's the one where they.
Respectfully, I didn't like any of that movie until they went to space. Then it was like,
Because you like space.
I like the
You're a
cast
space
breaking.
boy.
Trash.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, all right.
I like seeing Ludacris in space.
Creatine, this guy.
But it's like, can you make it like? Look, I get it. Like it's you're making a big scene out of it, but it's like, is there a way we can make this a little less corny? You know what I mean?
I think they played into the corny well, and then it went way too crazy during like Hobbs and Shaw post era.
Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw was my favorite.
Hobbs and Shaw is the greatest movie ever made.
Okay.
Hobbs and Shaw should be a Criterion.
When they go back to the motherland with all the fucking Tongans and the Samoans, dude, that shit was crazy, dog.
Fuck movies.
You know,
That's Hobbs and Hobbs and Shaw.
you don't like
Calvin and Hobbes.
Huh?
you didn't like Creed.
I did like Creed.
I don't like Creed either. I couldn't get.
I do like Creed.
You do like Creed.
I thought Creed sucked dick
Whoa.
on ice. I thought it was bad.
Me too. I couldn't get through it.
The movie opens. Creed is already really good at fighting. Oh, cool.
Where's
This should be really hard. Like,
fighting these underground circuits? No one knows who he is.
Yeah,
I like
sure.
Southpaw. Southpaw was good.
I like
That was a
Southpaw,
good
too.
boxing movie.
I'm only bringing Creed up because I feel like it was that similar type of feeling, which I feel like so many franchises are redoing, right? Same thing. You're bringing like our generation, older generation cast into the story, and then making it work with the newer generation. You know what I'm saying?
That's what reboots are for, right?
Yeah, but like some of them aren't done well, like the Karate Kid.
So patronizing. It just sounds that way.
I didn't mean that like that.
You just handed
Yeah,
Anthony
sure.
his
He's
fucking
Quest Crew. I'm used to it.
No, I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way.
To you.
I just meant that's why reboots kind of get a pass because it's just to cash in from the next
The
year.
cash grab, yeah.
Because they won't buy original.
Acknowledge my
Jurassic Park.
Karate Kid fucking analogy.
What about Karate Kid?
I didn't see the.
Are you talking about the second one with the mean Asian guy?
Yeah, with Jaden and Jackie Chan.
I didn't see it. Was it
So
good?
no, but that's like a reboot as well. But that's
Yeah.
not like.
What about when Sylvester Stallone showed up in Creed? That was
That's what I'm
nostalgia.
saying. You're using the same people that like we fell in love with, and you're trying to make that work in the new
Nostalgia.
story, right?
Nostalgia.
But that's what Jurassic Park does with this latest one, but it was terrible.
Yeah. But Goldblum, was he like hesitant and stuff? Because that's what I like. He's like, yeah, I don't know. Thank you.
Life finds a way.
So, yeah, see, good.
That was really good.
Hey, but Goldblum in Independence Day though.
Fire.
But hey, Goldblum in Independence
The
Day
best.
too, though.
But Jeff Goldblum in the Billy Studio, though?
Ooh.
Hey, Goldblum in Death Wish 1. You haven't seen it.
Come on.
He plays a
Oh, that's right. I remember that now. Holy shit, I remember that now.
It's like one of his first movie roles. He's just
Yeah.
a villain.
You got the
really
best
gross.
one.
He's just a throwaway bad guy
I gotta practice that.
with a Jughead crown.
I remember
Is
that.
there a good movie that they like remade, like for modern era?
Death Wish with Bruce Willis. No, I'm kidding.
There's probably not
A good example, you mean, like of one that
like one that actually did well, that pleased.
Well, it depends how far back you're looking, because Nutty Professor is good.
And how much they can remake.
Assault on Precinct 13 with Ethan Hawke, I thought was fucking sick, but a lot of people hate that movie.
I enjoyed that movie.
Deep cut.
I thought it was
How did you guys feel about Jumanji?
It was cool.
It was alright.
It's cool to watch on an airplane.
Because they also brought back an old actor in that one too, right? The kid or whatever.
I don't even remember him.
It was alright.
It's cool to watch when I'm trapped somewhere and I can't go.
Yeah.
And I have nothing else to
Yeah.
watch.
Next review.
Can't only. Oh, is it?
Because there are certain movies that like work pretty well in certain situations. Like one when you're on an airplane. Some movies are
So
way more-
forgiving.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you
it's
just want some
acceptable.
brainless content.
Yeah, and you're like, this is cool, but would I watch this to go see it in the theater? No.
That's what I thought about Boat Trip. I think I saw it in a really weird state of mind, and I liked it.
Boat
Then
Trip.
Everybody fucking shitted on me for liking it.
With Walter Matthau, right?
Well, no, Boat Trip's the one with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, my bad.
Do you remember that? No, you didn't see that one? Where he acts like a gay guy to get close to this girl on the cruise ship.
Oh, I've done that before, but I've never watched that movie.
Oh, okay, well, it's apparently objectively bad, and I thought it was good.
I was thinking Out to Sea,
Oh, okay.
which is a Walter Matthau movie with Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau. They were fucking hilarious together.
What are movies that are so bad that they're good?
I mean, I guess The Room would be the champion of all.
Have you guys ever
Ghost Rider, bro.
have you ever seen
haven't seen
Super
it.
Fast?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. It's the Fast and Furious parody fucking film.
It's so bad
It's pretty bad.
that it's good.
It's pretty fucking terrible.
It's like this. I think here's a scene from it. There's like a bootleg Vin Diesel, I think, and then he's racing someone else because they're trying to redo the first Fast and Furious scene. And I think like in the middle of like shifting gears because he's going faster and faster when someone else hits Nos. Randomly, there's like shaving cream on his head, and he's like, he's like shaving his head, and he's like goes to the third gear. Like that's the type of movie.
Why do they do that?
Yeah, that's right.
But it's so bad it's good for you.
it's
right.
one of those. It's so bad.
It's so funny.
The more you watch it, the better it gets, and the more you go, hey, you gotta see this. Then it becomes like this spectacle. And
Do you think that these guys just watch Airplane with cross eyes?
Yeah.
They're like ready nose.
Oh, that's good. This is good. Yeah,
That's good. God.
we gotta put some shaving cream on his head. Yeah. there it is.
Most dance movies are so bad they're good. Most dance movies.
Like what?
There's one.
Some
that's
of
like-
them try to be good that they're so bad.
Yeah, there's one that's the champion of all. It's
Up in
called
the
called Dancin', It's On.
That's a great title.
That's so many dance words at once. I'm like, wow.
That one just the ADR alone is so bad that like it sounds like everything's a narration in people's minds because the way they recorded it's like without any atmosphere. So everyone sounds like they're thinking their dialogue
When you're watching this movie, at 1 minute mark, where you're like, it's hard.
immediately.
Oh shit!
There was this movie on Showtime when I was like a fucking kid. I was probably like 12 or 11. It was called like the Kickboxing Academy, and it was kind of like the same premise of Best of the Best but with kids. And then at the very end, there's always a fucking karate tournament, winner takes all, whatever, right? The bad guys, they lose, and the bad sensei at this like giant tournament with a gang of people, he pulls out like a submachine gun with like bandoliers, and he starts shooting in the sky, and he's holding everyone hostage.
So sick.
And this little boy comes
That's
up
how
and
it
fucking
ends.
punches him in the dick, and it's like, he saves the day. And I was like, and I used to watch this movie every single fucking time. And I knew I was like 12 or 11. I knew this movie was dog shit, but I just couldn't stop watching it because I was like, this is great. Like, I don't know what it is, but I just love this movie. But
Dude, that's great.
So look up the Kickboxing Academy. I think that's what it's called.
That's how I felt about Miami Connection. You ever seen that?
See, all these movies nobody has ever seen.
This one's an 80s movie about it's a rock band group of teenagers that are also all black belts, and they have to
in.
defeat ninjas.
I already love it.
Yeah, this is good. That's way better than Kickboxing.
I'm about to jack
then
this
all
fucking
their-
whole treatment.
All their songs, all their rock songs talk shit on ninjas.
Great.
It's so fucking sick.
You would
Crazy
find
is
these
I
movies.
see all these movies get made, right? And then we have what, like fucking 4 scripts that we've been pitched around town.
Yeah, who's
I'm
signing up on these?
Someone paid to have Vin Diesel shave his head in a fucking race car scene, and we can't even get fucking like $200,000 to shoot a fucking movie.
You gotta finance it yourself.
So great.
Damn.
That's why Stallone, dude. You know what Stallone went through for Rocky, right?
Yeah.
Like he basically, it was like
He sold his dog too, right?
sold his dog. He's like, oh, I'm gonna sell my dog, and then he's just using that to pay bills and shit. And then he finally like sells Rocky, and they're like, we don't want you to star in it. And then he's like, okay, well then I don't want to sell you Rocky. And then he had to negotiate with those guys. But he only got to sell Rocky because he went in for an audition somewhere, and then he just started cold talking to these guys after. He was like, I'm not right for the part, but like, you guys should check out my movie Rocky. And they actually listened. They actually read it, and like it's fucking crazy.
Wow.
That's tight.
It's crazy.
Amazing.
And then he actually got to self-produce it. He started in it. He didn't even make like, I don't think he made like 20 grand off of it, like the initial run. And then
But in the points later on.
But he buys his dog back and then gets 6 points later on.
And he bought his dog back at a fucking loss.
Did he really?
Yeah, the guy sold it back to him for more.
Oh,
That's wild.
I've got the leverage.
So I looked up the movie The Kickboxing Academy.
Wow.
So I found it. This is because I wanted to look this up before I told you guys about it. In the movie, there's a female love interest and a male love interest, right? In real life, they're brother and sister, and they share a kiss on screen.
Oh my
In the
God.
movie, and they play each other's love interest. So that's why you should watch this movie.
You're a weirdo.
Dude, it's with Kyler Lay. She's fucking sick.
She kissed her brother in the movie.
Hey, remember Blank Check?
Blank check.
Dude, that kid kisses the bank lady. He's like fucking 12 years old. He's got to be goddamn 11 and a half.
Maybe he's 13 in September though.
Maybe, but dude, the bank lady is stacked.
Look up the fucking fun fact in that movie.
Do you guys remember the chick from Dumb and Dumber? Like,
Oh, I remember this movie.
Manny from Scarface is in this movie.
See?
which movie?
Dude, there's a lot of conversations going on at the
Sorry,
same time.
his Kickboxing Academy movie.
You guys remember the chick from Dumb and Dumber, like the woman who-
Swanson?
who's with the henchman guy, and she's like, "What the fuck?" She's the bank lady in Blank Check.
Oh, no
she
way.
kisses an 11-year-old kid in this movie.
On the lips?
On the
I
lips.
don't remember
bro.
that shit.
So this
Wow.
is just industry.
Well, that's what kids wanted to see, technically.
And she tells him, she's like, "Let me know when you're older." After they kiss. I'm not kidding.
What the fuck?
That's why I think for.
And then she goes, I'm Colonel John McBee.
Everyone goes, McBurney.